Hello everyone, this is Taylor of Rejuve Medical Fitness, and today I have something very interesting I'd like to share with you. This is an idea that I've been thinking about doing for a long time now, and it is a functional VR fitness routine. So this is the Oculus Rift S, a virtual reality headset, and it's a relatively new piece of technology, but I think it has a lot of potential to revolutionize how we exercise. The really nice thing about VR is that it is so engaging and interactive that a lot of the time you're exercising and you don't even realize how much you are doing. The other nice thing is that it makes exercise a lot more fun. So with that, you're able to stay a lot more consistent with it. And a lot of people obviously struggle with that. So without any further ado, let's get into the routine. So first I'm going to be showing you how to do these techniques properly in real life before we start to do them in VR. So the first technique is going to be the squat and toss, and it's just going to look like this. So this is a really good technique to work on the quads, glutes, the core muscles, chest, shoulders. It's a full body movement, really great pattern. So here's how we're going to break down this technique. We want our feet about shoulder width. We want those toes pointing forward, a little bit out. We're going to hinge back through the hips as we squat. We're going to be picking up an object in the virtual world. We're going to be rotating and we're going to be tossing that object. So once again, keeping the chest up, breathing in, dropping down, hips are coming back. We're picking up that object. We're twisting using the core muscles and then using the chest and shoulders to throw the object. Perfect. We're going to be doing 10 to 15 repetitions of these tosses on both sides for 2 sets. Okay, so let's start off with the squat and toss technique. So as you can see, I have some balls set up on the ground at my feet, and out in the distance I have some targets to throw the balls at. So all we want to do is set up so that we can squat, grab a ball with one hand. We're going to rotate our body, turn, and try to hit the targets. Squat, grab, toss, just like that. Reaching down, you can aim at any of those targets. Squatting down, grabbing that ball, putting some power behind that toss. And as you can see, I'm not going to hit every single one, but I can try at least. Getting a nice proper squat technique, getting nice and low, throwing with some power. We're going for those 10 to 15 repetitions, and then we'll be switching sides. Oops, almost. Squat, rotate, and toss. Just using that one side for now. Oops. Nice, there we go. Almost there, keep it going. Nice full squat, keeping proper form. And definitely once you get a little better at it, you can start going a little bit quicker. Nice, a few more times. Great, there we go. Okay, so then we would set up to do the other side. Get myself positioned here. Good to have a mat on the ground so you know where you are and you're not moving around too much. Okay, here we go. This time we're going to grab with the left. And as you can see, I am not left-handed, so this is going to be a little bit trickier. But do the best you can. Still want to get some nice power behind those tosses. Definitely not my strongest suit with the left side. Breathe out, forcefully toss that ball. And definitely a good idea to have a fan or something nearby because you will be sweating as you do this. There we go, getting a little better. Full squat, keeping those feet nice and flat on the ground. Hinging back through the hips. There we go. Perfect, we're almost there. Keep it going. Squat, grab, rotate, toss. Oop, let's do one more. How about one more? That was a pretty bad miss. There we go. Okay, so there you have the squat and toss. Feel free to do another set of that on both sides. Moving on to the second technique, this is going to be the archery lunge. So what we're going to do is set up with our feet together. We're going to be stepping back with one foot, going into a nice lunge position, so a fairly wide stance, bringing the hips straight down towards the ground. We're going to have a bow and arrow in the game, so we will be rotating, pulling an arrow, and shooting at a target, stepping all the way back up. Once again, stepping back into that nice wide lunge, hips drop down. We want to bring that rear knee close to the ground. We're going to be rotating, drawing our arrow, bringing your shoulder blade in towards the middle as you do that, and then shooting the arrow. So this is a really great technique, once again, for the quads, glutes, core, and we're going to be working on our scapula muscles as well. And we're going to be doing 10 to 15 repetitions of this as well, 2 sets on both sides. Okay, let's move on to that second exercise here. So I'm on this platform here. I'm going to need a bow and arrow. So make sure you have that in your dominant hand. So it'll be left side for me. Where I have some targets out in the distance again. So we are going to step into that reverse lunge, dropping down low. We're going to rotate, knock the arrow, and take a shot. All the way back up. Reverse lunge, rotate, prep the arrow, and shoot. There we go. Lunging back, rotate, drawing the shoulder blade in towards the middle, so working those back muscles, taking your shot. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. Take that deep breath in as you go into that lunge. Very good. As you get a little better at this, you can definitely go a little bit quicker. Getting that nice rotation for those core muscles. Nice. And once again, I'm not going to be perfect at this, but that's part of the fun. There we go. Really drawing that elbow far in behind you so you can work those scapula retractor muscles. Getting into that nice deep lunge as well. And if you feel like shooting a little differently, maybe you're a Lord of the Rings fan, you may shoot like that. However you choose. Good, we'll do one more. Great, now we would just do the other side. Make sure you have your feet in the correct position, you have room behind you. So for this one, I'm going to be shooting with my not so good side. So we'll see how this goes. Stepping into that reverse lunge, rotating. This is going to be a little bit more difficult, of course. Reverse lunge, rotate, drawing that elbow back behind you. This might be a bunch of misses. So far, yes. But at least we are still getting a workout. There we go, got one. Perfect. This is just pure luck at this point. Good. Good. Nice deep lunge, getting that full rotation, shooting. Oop. Balance is a little bit tricky sometimes as well. There we go. Keep it going, doing good so far. Focusing on that breath in as you step back into that lunge. Almost there. Let's do 2 more. Do your best. Awesome. Perfect, there we go. And once again, you can do another set of that exercise on both sides. But fairly challenging, as you can see, sweating a little bit here for sure. Okay, the third technique is going to be the hinge and bounce. This is another great technique that really works on the hamstrings, the core, the glutes, and we will be using the chest and shoulders a bit as well. So we are going to be setting up feet together. We want to keep our body up tall. We want to hinge, going on one leg, reaching down towards the ground. We will be picking up an object on the ground, coming back up tall, and then bouncing that object. So once again, we want to keep our core very tight. We want to keep the back nice and straight as we hinge down towards the ground. Supporting leg stays straight, picking up that object, coming back up tall, bouncing. If you do have troubles with your hamstring flexibility on the back of the thigh here, you will be able to also bend the knee so you can get down a little bit lower as well. Great. So once again, very great technique for balance and working all of those muscles, great functional technique. We're going to be doing 10 to 15 repetitions, both sides, 2 sets again. Moving on to the hinge and bounce technique. So I have some targets set up in the distance there. I have 2 balls at the feet, and we are going to be going into a single leg deadlift pattern. So we will be going on one leg, bringing that rear leg up and behind as you reach down, grab the ball. When you get back up tall, you will bounce the ball to try and hit the target and basically miss there. So here we go, let's try again. Hinging, grabbing, going into a bounce with one hand there. Perfect. Hinge back, grab, and bounce. Almost. Hinge, working on the balance. Almost. Hinge, grab, use the glutes to get back up tall again. And fail with hitting a target. Grab and bounce. Very difficult one. I'm probably going to miss quite a few of these, but it's all in good fun. Almost. As you get better at that, you can definitely go a little bit quicker. Definitely challenging for the balance. And apparently challenging to hit any targets. There we go. Breathing out, bracing the core as you go into that hinging position and putting some power into that bounce, which is a little bit too much power there. And again. There we go. Just takes a bit of getting used to. Almost. If you're really hardcore, you go for that target way in the back, which I will probably not hit, but it's there for fun. Breathing out, reaching, grabbing. We'll just do a few more. Gotta hit at least one more. Good. So now we'll switch sides. This is probably gonna be even worse than the first side, but I'm gonna reach down with the opposite hand and bouncing with the opposite side here. Hinging, grabbing, working on the balance. Oh, let's try that again. Almost. So we should be feeling our hamstrings working as we do this one on the supporting leg. Finally, there we go. Good, 2 in a row. Good, breathing out, grabbing, breathing in. And like I said in the description of this exercise, you can definitely bend your knee if you need to, if your flexibility is not quite there yet to be able to grab the ball. Excellent, we're almost there, keep it going. Hopefully we'll hit a couple more targets. Nope. Anyways, we'll do a few more. We gotta hit at least one more though. Okay, good. And last one, do your best. There we go, perfect. So continue with that, one more on each side. So the last technique of this routine is going to be target punching. This is going to be a great upper body exercise for the triceps, the chest, the shoulders, and the core is going to be working as well. So we are going to have one foot in front, one foot in behind, slight bend to the knees so we are in that ready position. We're going to have our hands up, making those fists, and we are going to be basically punching in a couple of different directions, allowing the hips to turn and our feet to pivot as we do these punches. Fully extending the arms so we really get that serratus anterior activation. We're going to be punching in a bunch of different directions, high and low, throwing in some hooks and uppercuts in there as well. So we are going to be doing a total of 50 punches with our left foot in front and then 50 punches with our right foot in front. We'll do 2 sets of that. Okay, so let's move on to this final technique here, the target punch. So I have a bunch of targets set up around me here. And as you can see, we've got some low, medium, high targets, some of these uppercut targets and hook punch targets. So you will make a fist and you are going to punch into each one of those, starting with the low targets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then they will pop up again for you to hit again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. And you can definitely start off slow, but as you get better at it, you can definitely speed things up. Good, so we're aiming for 50 punches, both sides. We are using our hips and our ankles to pivot and turn into those punches so we get nice power with each one. Keep yourself moving a little bit in between. Good, fully extending those punches. You should feel that serratus muscle activating. Awesome. Almost there. Good. Let's switch our feet now. So same idea, just with the other side. Whoop. Here we go. And we're just kind of punching across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Definitely a good cardio exercise if you keep it up. Great, doing awesome. Quick punches, extending the arms, pivoting through the feet, and allowing the hips to turn so you get some nice power. We're almost there. And very customizable exercise. You can set this up tons of different ways. Good, let's go one more set of that, nice and quick. Awesome, there we go. Whew. And as you can see, fairly sweaty here, so challenging workout, great cardio move, great for the upper body. So there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed that creative routine of VR functional exercises. And if you did want to add some more challenge and fun for yourself, you could even add in some wrist weights to increase the resistance of those exercises. And if you are in the Vancouver area and this looks like something you'd be interested in trying out, please let me know and I'd be happy to introduce you to the wonderful world of VR. Also, please consider checking out my website, www.rejuvefitness.ca, to view all of our other exercise services. I hope you have a great rest of the day.